Hey guys, Dr. Brady here with Health Launch, and today we're going to talk about a big problem a lot of people are facing today, and you probably see it with a lot of people. Yourself might be included in this category. If you look at somebody from the side, you tend to notice instead of being that perfect posture, a lot of us now are rounded shoulders. Those shoulders start to come forward, and that's becoming a big problem because over time what ends up happening is it starts to push our neck forward, can lead to more neck pain, shoulder pain. Sometimes you get this pain that goes into your shoulder blades. A lot of that's coming from rounded shoulders. And today we're going to give you some stretches and exercises that are going to help you go from this to this. So let's get into it. Now the first stretch is a really easy one that you can do with any door, any wall where you got an edge like this. This is shoulder openers, or we call it the door jamb stretch for obvious reasons. And essentially what you're going to do is we're going to start at 3 different positions. One's going to be where your elbow's below your shoulder. We have one directly across at 90 degrees and one above your shoulder. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to pull the shoulders back, keep your forearm against the wall here, and then we're just going to take a step through the door. So you can see here I'm at 90. If I go below, I'm going to get a little bit of a different stretch on this. And if I go above, I'm really going to get deeper into the actual pec muscle with something like this. Now with these, you want to do these for 30 seconds to a minute at a time, really helping them open up. Now you can do this once at a time, or you can do 2 at a time. And there's different variations that you can make with this, but this is the really simplest way to get started with this one. Now the next stretch is going to be the lat stretch. Now your lat is this big muscle that comes from the side of your hip up here, comes all the way up to your shoulder. It's what you use for pull-ups, things like that, anything you pull. But what happens when the lats get really tight, they actually pull the shoulder down and forward, not back. So we want to make sure that our lats are fully opening up. A lot of times if people's lats are really tight, you'll feel this tension across the top up here. I'm going to show you a really great stretch for this one. So what you're going to do is you're going to use a chair, a ledge, a bench, whatever you have on hand. We're going to take one hand out, and we're just going to sink into the stretch, keeping the arms straight with this one, and just really sink into the stretch. Should feel a nice pull along the side right through here. Now as you start feeling that stretch engage, what you can do is you can then open more towards that side. Now what I'm doing with this is I'm taking my chest and I'm pushing it towards the same shoulder that I'm stretching. So I'm pushing down and out to that side, and you're really going to feel a really nice stretch out on the outside of there. That's going to help open up the lat to get the shoulders more free to move back. Now another variation of this is you can actually do 2 at a time. If you're pretty flexible, 1 might not be enough. You can also do 2 at a time and go down this way, and this really helps open up not only the lats but also the shoulder blades as well. All right guys, now a new stretch that I have for you here is something called pass-throughs. Now if you're not familiar with pass-throughs, before you get started with these, you're going to need some sort of either PVC pipe, a broom handle, a beach towel. You want something that's a little bit sturdy. Today I just have a band with something like this just for demonstration purposes. But you don't want something that's really flexible like this. You want something that's a little bit more rigid, and you'll see why in just a second. So what we're going to do with a pass-through, very simple. We're going to start with our hands out wide. We're going to take that, and we're just going to go up and around, and then back. And really the key with this stretch is we're really trying to open up the front of the shoulders, and as the hands go closer, we're going to get a deeper stretch in through the shoulders. Now if this is tough at where you had it, you can always go wider, and the wider you go, the easier the stretch is. As you go more narrow, it's going to increase the stretch even more. And the key with this is you want to keep your elbows locked throughout this whole process. We don't want to have our elbows going all over the place. Want to keep that nice and tight as you go through the process. As you go up and around, you're going to be opening up those different muscles of the shoulder that are keeping things forward, and open all of those shoulders that help your shoulders roll back through the back there. So there's a great stretch to do, but again, you want something a little bit more rigid, like a PVC pipe, a beach towel, something that you can actually bring your hands in and get a nice deep stretch into the shoulders. All right guys, now I'm going to show you a nice exercise that's going to help pull those shoulders back. Now we've shown you a couple stretches, and stretches are great to open up in the front, but if we don't have the muscle stability in the back to help pull the shoulders back, it's not going to last very long, especially if you're sitting at a computer or a desk all day. So this is a great exercise you can do. The only thing you're going to need for this is some sort of band to give you a little bit of resistance. What we're going to do with this band is we're going to hold our hands out in front of us, usually about shoulder width here, and what we're going to do is we're then just going to pull that band open and back, really feeling that pinching in the back in between our shoulder blades. That's where a lot of the muscles are that pull your shoulder blades back. Now the key with this is we don't want to get a really heavy or strong band and we can only do 3 or 4 at a time. That's not what we need. We're talking about postural muscles, and postural muscles need slow, controlled high repetition movements. So with these, we're going to count to about 3 or 4 on the way back. We're going to hold in the back and then slowly bring it forward. This is helping build control. We're not trying to build big muscles, we're trying to build stability and control. Now you're gonna wanna do this for about 12 to 15 repetitions at a time because again, we're trying to build stability with a low weight. We're not trying to go for a max rep on something like this. All right guys, and then the last stretch that I have for you here is actually a variation of the door jam stretch, but it's gonna get a little bit deeper, help us get more into the front of the shoulder. Now this one here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our arm outstretched here, and we're gonna put our arm right up against the wall this way. Now what you're gonna do is you want your shoulder joint to be as close as you can get to the wall, and your arm should be flush this way. And I'll show you on both sides just so you can see what this looks like. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my arm against the wall here, and I'm just gonna be using my opposite shoulder to pull out, really feeling a stretch into the front. Sometimes you'll even feel this both sides here. You're gonna hold, you can even use the wall to give you a little bit more of a push on this side. Again, keeping it as close as you can get to the wall. Really feels like a great stretch here. And again with this one, you can either go above 90 or below 90. Now I'm gonna show you what that looks like from the other way here. Arm against the wall and opening up this way. Back, opening up this way. And a lot of times if the shoulders are really tight, you'll feel that stretch go all the way down your arm as well. And this is a great stretch to help open up the front of the shoulders. I would do this both sides. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully this is really helpful for you. And if you enjoy this video, make sure to give that like button a nice little push there. And if you're new to this channel and you like content like this, that's gonna help you feel better, heal better, and live better, then make sure you click that red subscribe button down there because we come out with new videos every single week that are gonna help you do just that. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.